talk about some values, and maybe Kathy already talked about this. Optimism. Things are going to work out for the best. No matter how bad things seem right now, they're going to get better. They're going to get better. And things always work out for a reason. You're going to kind of see this as things go on. The Chicago Cubs, I mean, it's kind of strange to think about. Who owns the Chicago Cubs? A company, a family by the name of Wrigley Chewing Gum. And not only do they own the Cubs, but they also own an island off the coast of California. The kids can come up with this. It's Catalina. Where do the Cubs do their spring training? Catalina. So, of course, one spring, they invite Ronald Reagan. He goes along with them. Must have been El Nino. It's raining. They can't practice. What is he going to do? He has a friend in Hollywood. This is really a fascinating story, folks, when you think about it. So he goes to Catalina, and he goes to Hollywood to visit a friend, and his friend says, you know, Warner Brothers is looking. Why don't you audition? That's how the story goes. He auditions. He gets the job, $200 a week. He drives his car from Iowa to California, and that begins this whole portion. Okay, I'll stop talking.
No, it's okay. So this, while he was at WHO in Des Moines, he joined the 14th Cavalry. I always get that name. And because he wanted to do something for his country. Plus, he loved to ride horses, and the cavalry. As you'll see later, they use the English style saddle, so he never really went back. I'm sure he probably used the Western style saddle sometimes, but his saddle was an English style saddle. And so he made 52 movies over the years, some of them here. The one that he thought he did the best in was called King's Row. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to see it, but it's a really good movie. And he liked Westerns too, and that's why he really got a lot out of being in the cavalry and learning how to ride. He played General George Custer. His marriages, he was married to another actress called Jane Wyman, and they had 2 kids by the name of Michael Reagan and Maureen Reagan. And they divorced in 1948, I believe. And in the meantime, he was the the president of the Screen Actors Guild. So he was the only president in history that was actually a union member. In his role at the Screen Actors Guild, there was this was a McCarthyism at the time, the communist scare, and they came into Hollywood, and you've heard of Joseph McCarthy, and they did all the kind of not so nice stuff. But anyway, there was a young actress named Nancy Davis, and she had the same name as an actress who actually was a communist sympathizer, and so she was scared that they were going to think it was her. So anyway, they went out to dinner because he was going to try to, calm her nerves and stuff, because she was pretty upset about that. And they both decided that, well, we'll just say we have an early call in the morning in case this date doesn't work out very well. But apparently it worked out very well, because they stayed out till like 2, 3 in the morning. And apparently they had dinner the next night and the next night after that. And then they got married March 4th, 1952 in the San Fernando Valley, the little brown chapel, right?
Little Brown Church.
Brown Church, okay. And they had 2 kids also. They had Patty and Ronald. His name was Ronald Wilson Reagan, and they named his son Ronald Prescott Reagan. So it's not really a junior, but they call him Ron Jr. Anyway.
Okay, may I jump in for just
course.
a few moments?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks. All right, remember, you're building the story. How does this person, and this is something you can talk to the kids about, how can you come from such a poor family, such humble beginnings, and become president? How does this happen? So you're helping them understand how it's building up, how his character is building up. He's writing, he's reading, Okay, you know, all of these things happen, and now SAG. He's president of SAG. He's already a leader. He's defending those actors' rights, all right, to fair income, to regular working hours, and then something else that's happening. And let's not discount this, and I didn't realize this. The 50s, communism in Hollywood was a big deal, all right? This is huge. This is where Ronald Reagan is really understanding and starting to talk about, and look at this quote, democratic freedoms might be taken away by communism. So this is where it starts. Okay, and of course you're gonna go all the way through to be Gorbachev. You know, you're setting the stage for this. Okay, let's stop there.
Good thing.
Okay. Also, Jane Wyman's picture they're gonna ask is right over here. A lot of adults will ask about that. It's right there in the corner.
We're at 1 hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 hour left.
So this is just some of his scenes from the movies that he made. This is a very good, these are some of his speeches, and
Is there a reason why they're all October speeches?